welcome back to us here at Hobbymaker. We'll be with you all the way, obviously, up until 9 o'clock. Now, we've got an absolutely lovely, lovely day lined up for you. We are, as you can see, kicking off with Honeydew Crafts. We've got some amazing brand new bits for you. Honestly, I'm so excited for you to see some of these dies in a second. Jump on the web if you want a little sneak peek before I come and talk to you about them. We've then got at 2 o'clock and also across at 4 o'clock, I believe, we've got Hunky Dory. We've got Bex in with us. We've got another amazing brand new launch on their shows with a concept card kit. If you've seen the concept card kit so far from Hunky Dory, you'll know how popular they've been over Christmas. So lovely to have one of those. We've also got Crafter's Companion joining me at 3 o'clock. We have got Debbie with a back in stock on the letterpress that completely sold out when we last saw it. We have got that amazing, amazing deal coming back up for you as well. Then I think Dave is coming in and taking over at 5 o'clock, and you've got Tracy Hay, which I know you absolutely love. That is at 5 and also at 8. Honeydew Crafts is back with you at 6 o'clock, so you'll get to see even more inspiration and designs. If there's anything left, in my opinion, I don't think there should be. So I might send you home. But we will see. 7, I love it, so I think it should all sell. 7 o'clock, Crafter's Companion coming back on as well. They have got a festive stockings epic bundle that will be there. So do stay with us all the way up until 9 o'clock. Now, we have put everything onto the website already, so if you want to go and have a little look and you want to go and shop ahead, then you absolutely can do with everything in this show, because there's the most amazing new dies that we're about to bring to you. We've got embossing sets. We've also got loads of different gorgeous stencils, bestsellers back in stock as well, so have a look ahead. But I was just literally flipping through everything here, and oh my, Amanda, these are amazing.
Our first ever Christmas dies, so I'm a bit nervous.
Okay, because then it's something completely different.
It is,
yeah.
And like everybody else, when you bring something new to somebody, and it's not new, dies, we've had dies for a long time, but I've never done a Christmas dies.
Okay.
And Christmas dies collection, so it was like,
you've done them very well.
Let's hope everybody loves them as much as I've been playing
I think they
with
will.
them.
I just said to Amanda, I said, do you know what? And you're going to see this when I kind of start flicking through them, but they are so different to other things I've seen, because the kind of detail in them, the sort of cut lines you've got with them as well, the size of some of these, they're absolutely remarkable. Can I start with this one? Because as soon as I saw this, I was like, oh my word. Now, let me just let you know as well, I'm going to run through all of the new ones individually, but there is also a bundle with a little discount on. So if you want everything, the bundle is there on the website that we will come to, okay? But I just want to give you the options to get them individually or in the bundle, because I know both ways are always very popular on your shows. Right, now this is your Snowflake Background Die. Immediately, you look at that, it's utterly spectacular, but let's show the board, because that is where you see the size.
It is a big one, so it fits on an 8x8, but don't be scared. If you're not an 8x8, if it's a 7x7 particularly, if you want to be really in it, but don't be scared, because you can cut everything down.
You can.
So long as you've got an A4 machine, this fits any card you've got.
Amazing.
And also, you can cut into it, you can take bits away, you can use the individual bits on their own. So if you are on a little bit more of a budget, you're really thinking about what you're spending on, because obviously Christmas has been going for a while and everybody loves Christmas, so we all want everything, but we all have to be a bit cautious. So this one works as itself, or it works as individual snowflakes. So it's 2 for 1.
Let me just show you a few samples, actually, of how that's been done, where you can see the different ways that you could use this if you wanted to, by either using the full frame of it, or, of course, by snipping in, using different cardstocks with it as well. It's just magic, because you actually can just pop a little sentiment on like that, and your card is perfect.
Completely done. You can batch cut all of these and then stick them all together. That's using the hexagons, nesting hexagons we've got coming up.
On that, yeah, exactly. So just £18.99 if you would like to go for this one. One of the biggest dies that I've seen, and I just think the detail of all of those beautiful snowflakes is stunning, whether you want to use it as a whole or whether, of course, you want to snip into it. So that is the first one that we have brand new. We then come across to your mistletoe dies that you can see here with this one as well. This is £17.99. You can see just there how much you're actually going to be getting with this as well. But here you can really see that detail that we were talking about, I think, on each of those cutting dies.
And again, you've got the berries on there individually, so you can put 1 or 2 on, or you can put the whole bunch on.
Really nice.
It's entirely up to you what you do with it. And the bow I've used on so much stuff.
Definitely. I mean, that's not just going to be Christmas. That's going to be all year round. You're going to be using that, aren't you? And then a lovely, lovely font on the Merry Christmas as well. It's a beautiful...
And it's the only words we've done with our dies.
Okay.
Because Merry Christmas covers everything.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah. And every single year you're going to be dragging these back out.
Definitely.
Using them again and again and again as well. So you can see that there. Look, all the detailing to give you that dimension almost in these as well. That kind of shading that is there. So $17.99 if you want to get that one that we can see here. Now we also have your snowflake panels and your border dies as well.
So this is
coming together. Definitely.
And this is ideal for sort of the smaller type cards.
Yeah.
So if you really are scared by that massive, great big die the snowflake background, this one's ideal. It gives you those little strips for your borders. It gives you the panel that slots in, but the panel does come out.
Okay.
So you can cut it out of your card so you've got the right size you want it to be, then cut it out in a different colour bit of paper to stick it inside.
Really
so
good.
you know that you've got exactly the square that you need, and you haven't had to have 5 million dies to do it with.
That's so true, which is so much better, isn't it, being able to do that?
So easy, it's all there done for you.
You've got it there, it's safe and it's ready for you. So £17.99 if you want to get that duo that you are seeing just there as well. And again, you can see really, really good sizes to be able to get them. Then let's come across to your Christmas floral decoration dies, because I think this is the kind of thing that you're going to constantly be wanting to build up scenes, be able to build up centerpieces as well.
100%. Now this one, you've also got the layering section too.
Yeah,
so if you just want to cut it all out in one colour, because there is nothing that says that you can't have silver fir cones.
Oh, no,
there's
not
nothing
at all.
that says you can't do that.
Yeah.
So you can do that, and you don't. All the detail is actually in the die with the cutting lines.
Yeah.
So you don't have to add that colour in. You don't have to stamp that colour in. You don't have to put an embossing folder in it.
Yes,
it's all there for you, all done in one hit.
So amazing. And then it's when you look at like this with the bows, but with the holly kind of coming off it, the other bows to be able to layer up as well, all with those backgrounds that we're seeing, and the ferns that you've actually got within that is absolutely gorgeous. So £17.99, again, individually, if you would like to get that one. Now, we have your Holly Sprigs dies. This one I feel would work really well in conjunction with that one previously as well, if you wanted to use them together. But these, again, I mean, you look at it on the front of the packet and you think, that is gorgeous, what a lovely design. But then I show you it actually cut out,
and it's got all the detail that's in that image.
I mean, you've got every single vein on every leaf. You've got every kind of nuance on each berry as well that's there.
Because I'm not a die cutter as my go. I've always been a stamper.
Right.
So dies are quite new for me, although they've been around forever.
Yeah.
They're quite new for me. So I design my dies like I design my stamps.
That makes total sense.
So you get all the detail to go with them.
Yeah. Because usually with dies, they kind of cut out lovely, don't get me wrong, but they're flat dies. You then have to add it with your colouring or your paints or whatever it might be that you're sort of working with.
For you.
It's absolutely brilliant, isn't it? And also, I'm just thinking with them, you know, one of the sort of most popular things to do is to create wreaths. And with you having both of those there, to be able to create wreaths would just be fabulous.
And that one and our the previous one.
Yes,
Christmas floral decorations. These two. There we go. All fit around the next thing that's coming up.
Oh, I see. So they actually have been work perfectly to go with this as well. So have a look at what we can do.
And your mistletoe would work with this too.
Of course. So this is your nesting hexagon dies that you've got here. Again, at $17.99. But once you see that cutout and that detailing, I have never seen nesting dies with this kind of design on.
No. And this is a hexagon die that I, by eye, put on there. So it will not be perfect, because I hate perfect.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Yes.
So your centrepiece, if you decide to do it in a different colour, you might have to spin it around a few times to find the slot it fits into. It's purposefully done like that. I don't want it to be a factory planned perfect image, which is not like me, because I'm normally everything's quite precise.
Well, I love it. I love how you've done it. I really do love it.
And this is what I mean, how those different things work perfectly for those.
Lovely to see them working on it. But I mean, also, or Ellie just said, it could remind her of a star if you wanted that as a star at Christmas. You could have this as a sunshine kind of shape if you wanted different times. And it's also an all year round one, because you might have your other flowers at home that you want.
And that's why I didn't attach anything to it. I wanted it to be like a wreath builder,
isn't it? Yeah,
for
definitely.
Any time of year.
And I'd love that we can see, of course, these as well, which is your inner cutouts as well as your outers, so that you've got sort of those mats and layers.
And I didn't go right to the whole level, but you obviously have get all your triangles in there as well.
Yes,
so if you
yes,
wanted
of
to chop and
course.
change those colours as well,
Yeah.
you can do that. But
Quite
I thought
nice
there
to
was
paper
more to
piece.
life than that when I was putting it together.
Right. Immediately, a lot of you have come in for this. Well done to Iris, Jane, Janet, Lisa. We've got Glennis and Leslie. Elaine, you'll be answered next. Andrea, Crafters in Wiltshire and Somerset and Isle of Wight. You're all almost there. I just need to give you a quick heads up because I can see lots of names already coming into our screen. We only have the stock that we have, okay? We have big quantities, so don't worry. It's not like we've got like, oh, we've got 5 or something like that. We've got really decent amounts, but once it has gone, we're not able to get any more with them being obviously dies. Let's bring the bundle in though, because that is personally where I would go, because I couldn't choose which bits I want, because I love absolutely everything in this. Now, already a lot of you have jumped in and took advantage. Over 10%'s gone before we've even come to it. But this is the chance where you are going to get all 6 of these brand new dies to get your decorations, to be able to get the likes of your holly sprigs, to get your mistletoe that you're seeing here, to get those gorgeous nesting dies that are so different to any I've seen before in terms of the shapes that we've got there. You've got your Merry Christmas, obviously, in your sentiment that we can see there on this one as well. I've just noticed the split pay rate on this, £26.24.
Oh my goodness.
So in essence, you're only paying just more than one of them. Yeah, and you're going to get them all, and then you can start making. You're fine to make and sell, aren't you?
Yes.
With you, yes. Yeah. So you can actually start kind of creating, ready to be doing your sales, and then start getting the money to pay the other ones off. That's the way I always think it. There's about a 2-minute wait on the phone lines at the moment for this one. You will be answered shortly. So it is the best way to be able to get it. Obviously at that price, £104.99, but with that opportunity of split pay at £26.24. I just want to show a few more samples, if you don't mind, so you can see more inspiration of what you could do with this, because look at that panel that's been used there.
And that is so easy to do.
Yeah.
Such an easy batch card. And again, if you've got a small die cut machine, sit in front of the telly and they run through, because it fits through the small dies.
Yeah.
And
Such a good
it'd be
idea.
Perfect.
Absolutely. And then obviously you can see what else comes with that as well.
I think that looks like one of the, this is Hazel, looks like a knitted jumper, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it?
The trendy ones that are all out at the moment with everything on there.
Absolutely.
And then again, how simple is that? That's just a square silver piece of
But
card.
I love white space, and a lot of the time people are too scared to actually do it. But with that, you go, no, it works, doesn't it?
works
Absolutely
perfectly.
perfectly. We can see here as well. And this is where you're really seeing, look at all that detail we're talking about in the bow, in the ferns as well. It is, I can really understand what you've said to me now about I've made the dies like a stamper.
Mm-hmm.
And I hadn't thought about the stamping. Because obviously we know you do stamping, we know how good it is. But I can see that now, because that's why I think they're different to other dies I've seen, because they have that detail.
And I think that's why I backed away from doing dies for so long. Everybody asked me for years for dies, because my head doesn't do flat.
No.
It does stamp, but actually it works.
You need to do more, because now you've realised how brilliant they are. We are looking at over a third of the stock now gone on the bundle. We have so many of you still waiting to be answered as well. New crafters, you'll be answered in a moment. Jean, you'll be answered. Anne, you're almost there, as is Elaine and Elizabeth and Carla and Norma and Hild and Lorraine, and crafters there in Lanarkshire, Isle of Wight. That is stunning.
We're actually doing that as our first demo, so I'm going to show you how to make this one. And I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but you'll see it in a minute.
Yeah.
But we've used our dotty circle stencil behind.
Yes, I can.
With some embossing powder on it.
Ah, that's where it all just works so well together, doesn't it? And then look how you can build up that mistletoe as well. And that's lovely. It could be an anniversary card, like, you know, a winter one almost as well, or a wedding card if you wanted to use it in that vein. So there's just so many lovely
One of the other
samples
ideas Mum came up with, and I actually didn't get a chance to do it, but she said cut the hexagon out and then hang the mistletoe from the inside.
Yes.
And how lovely would that be?
Actually, hanging decorations then you've made, haven't you? They can go into your window and things like that as well. Oh, wow.
See, look, we've just upped that, haven't we?
Yeah.
Now you've decorated your house as well as made your Christmas cards.
Exactly. There are so many of you with this in your basket. We are approaching 70% of this bundle now being allocated, OK? I wasn't joking with you when I said, you know, I would happily hope it is all sold out by the end of this hour, because I like it so much. So if it is now in your basket, if you don't check out on it, you know, we're not going to be able to guarantee you getting it at the best price that you've got, of course, in the bundle with that amazing split pay as well, because there are just so many of you looking at this. There are individuals if you want extras, but obviously this is the best way to get it, and you can take it home for, you know, just over £25 as well, which is absolutely brilliant. Now, before we come to the demo, because we've got so many other brilliant bits, I just want to introduce a few more things first, because we've got some great embossing powders as well. We've got 3 different bundles. Again, if you want the individuals, they're on the web. We'll come to them a bit later in the show. But bundles are always the best way in terms of prices, obviously, to get it. I mean, I'm obsessed with embossing. The first time I saw it, I was amazed. I'm as amazed 3 years later.
I think that is where embossing or die cutting is what catches every single person as far as crafting goes. I personally feel paper crafting.
Yes.
But this range is the basic range. So you get a white in there, which is called white, because everybody used to say to me, I want a white embossing powder, a white embossing powder. You can get creams, but this is a proper white one. You've got white opal, which is the white powder with the sparkle in it, which we're going to be using on the demo.
Okay, brilliant.
You've got crystal clear.
Fab.
And then you've got sparkling crystal, which is crystal clear with some glitter in it.
Right,
so the crystal clear means whatever ink colour you've got, you can put the crystal clear or the sparkling crystal on top of that ink colour, and it will just make the colour look slightly darker, slightly more vibrant, but it will make it all shine.
Oh, that's cool. Really
and
cool.
Obviously if you use it with sparkle, you get shine and a sparkle.
Which we love. And I know that this is something else we can't ever keep in stock as well here. This is back in stock. We had this on last year. We've not even seen it this year. It was actually August last year, so we're almost a year to actually having got it back into stock. It is back here today for you to be able to get it, but obviously only while it lasts. And I just think for you to be able to get that mix as well, like you said, with your white, your white opal, your crystal clear and your sparkling crystal is amazing. Over 20% gone as soon as we've brought those graphics in, so well done for getting it. But yeah, that's been nearly a year for us to be able to bring that, so well done if you managed to get it. We also have your precious metals embossing powders that are available as well. So another lovely 4 duo that we've got here.
Again, it's your basics. So you've got your gold, your silver, your copper, and your antique platinum. So the antique platinum will take more of a silver hue if you're going to work with silver cardstock or whatever. It'll take more of a gold if you're using gold basics. But they're all just beautiful, really smooth, really fine. You're going to see me use some of these ones as well today.
I feel like they're not often the colours we see in embossing folders as well, so it's quite nice to get that metallic sort of look in them. We don't have many left of these already, so if you want them, they're at £19.99 for you to be able to go for all 4 of them. Again, there's waits on the phone lines for this bundle also, so just be patient. It's a free phone number. It's 0800 0014433, and they will get through to you as quickly as they can. It's just that there's so many great deals on the show. And when you're answered, add more bits on. Look ahead of the web if that's what you would like to do as well. We have one other chance for embossing folders, and these, we're talking glitter. Glitter, glitter, glitter in embossing powders. So if you're thinking Christmas as well, for example, I just think
these are perfect. And also with the embossing powders, they kind of encapsulate the glitter a little bit, so you don't get so much come off all over the world when you send out your Christmas cards. Not everybody wants to open a Christmas card. I've got a friend that if he's got a Christmas card that's got glitter on, he doesn't even take it out of the envelope.
Really? Oh my
So
God.
I have to tell him it's embossed, it won't come off.
It's fine, it's embossed. It looks glittery, but you're going to be okay. You can have this. Limited on this one as well, $14.99. So we're looking at just $4.99 a part, and look at the amount of sparkle that you have got in that as well. Now, I just want to quickly show you the one stamp set we've got on the show as well, because if you are getting these brand new dies, you have obviously got the Merry Christmas die that comes with it, but if you wanted additional sentiments, then I think this would be perfect to work with this, as well as everything else you've got Christmassy at home.
Again, I can't do a show without bringing some stamps.
No, exactly. And they are great sizes, gorgeous fonts that we're seeing in them as well. And they're nice because this is what I would expect from you. You've obviously had a little gap and you thought, oh no, can't leave any space.
No,
I'll put some snowflakes in.
Yep, definitely. You've got to get your money's worth out of these things. We pay to have that size, whatever is in it, so I cram as much as I can in there, so that's why you always get lots of random bits.
That one is fabulous. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, but just the size, I love that you've got different fonts kind of coming in through it. You've got that sort of depth as well, but you've also got, it's the most wonderful time of the year. Happy Christmas, Happy New Year is there as well. Have a holly jolly Christmas also. So there's just so much in this. I think we're looking at about a quarter of the stock being allocated. Such a good price at $9.99 as well.
I really try, and if I have to do something that's slightly higher price bracket than I would normally do, I make sure that you're going to get your value for money out of it.
Which you absolutely are. And do you know what I like so much about actually how they've been placed in terms of the words on this, is that it could be the centre of your card, but it could also be the inside, and that's your actual stamped kind of message inside.
Definitely.
It's great.
And that's why what I try to do, because as I've said before, we're on budgets. We're all working to a certain amount of money. And if you can make that do the front on one card and the inside on the other, then go for it. That's exactly what it needs to do.
Definitely. And again, I mean, you know that none of these are going to be, you know, next year thinking, oh, I wouldn't use that. They're timeless as well, which is absolutely lovely. Okay, half the stock's gone already. The amount of you with it in baskets, though, means that if you all decide to check out, we actually don't have enough to go around. So there are more of you with that in your baskets than we now have available. Now, let me do a quick run through of these stencils as well, because we've seen, obviously, on some of the samples that they've got, the backgrounds have kind of been done with these, so they all work incredibly well. Now, let's come to this one, shall we, first, because look at that. I mean, that is just dazzling for me to have that fabulous stars just shooting across.
Yep.
It's lovely.
And not everybody does Christmas. So if you do sending out a Happy New Year card, that's perfect,
isn't
for
it?
Happy New Year.
Yeah, it could be celebrations, it could be birthday,
anything.
We've got a really nice one just there that you can see as well with "Thank you, you're a star," and that again, all you need, little tiny stamp, and you've got that fabulous background.
And that was
created.
the stent that's just had some paste put through it.
It's lovely.
And it's perfect. And that's the gold embossing powder that you saw in the metallics collection.
Yes, and you can see that how that's then catching the light so gorgeously. Now, these are just £7.50 to be able to get these stencils as well. And again, you can see they're such big sizes. But what I love with something like this is you can do the whole image, or you could just use parts of it if you just wanted a smaller area of stars. I'm thinking even like passing your driving test, graduation, things like that. With
it's
this
a celebration, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? Yeah, something that we'll use with loads. Lots of you there for this one as well. Samantha, Dillis, Iris, Crafters in Lanarkshire, Davina, Carol, Sally, Janice, Margaret, Julie. We've got West Mids, Lincolnshire's there, Kent's there. Well done. I honestly would say with everything, you do need to be pretty quick in terms of getting it, because everything, we have quantities, but we have what we have available. And yeah, as always, as I always expect with your shows, everyone wants everything because everything's just always so gorgeous. Well done with that. If you got it, that is absolutely lovely. Now, let's move next, shall we, to what we have got just here. This is your dotty circle stencil.
I think I've brought this back to every show for almost probably a year. It must be coming on to a year.
Yeah.
And it sells out every time. And I think we've given you enough stock, and then it sells out again. So I can't thank everybody enough. It is one of the most useful, and I don't think I've ever seen anybody do anything like this before.
No.
Not that I actually see what anybody else is doing around very often, because I don't have time to look what everybody's doing.
Yeah.
But this one, I just think
It's
it's
great,
just
isn't it?
for any occasion. It just stops a white card being white, but it stops it being too busy either.
Yes, exactly. And I love that you can, again, just have this, put a little sentiment. But if you just wanted a few bubbles because you were thinking under the sea, or you were thinking champagne popping, you can just take little areas. So it's totally up to you how you use it. And I think that's always a thing as well, when you can see more than one use. People just love
exactly what Honeydew Crafts is about. We try our very best to make sure that you can get more out of it and everything works from the first set of stamps I bought to now all work together.
Yeah, that's what's fabulous. Well, half the stock's gone already, so again, you probably haven't brought enough stock, even though you've brought lots.
I haven't even demoed this one
No,
yet.
exactly. I'll leave the other half with you. So do come through and get that at £7.50. Oh, actually, just before, can I just show you a couple of samples? Because there are loads of lovely samples, just so you can see what we were sort of saying, where you can either use the full of it, or you can just use little parts of it. You know, it's really...
The flower's got bent there.
Really up to you. Oh, thank you. It's travelling, isn't it? Things when they're in travel. But look how I was saying about like champagne. How good does that work?
Wedding
in that
card,
way as well?
anniversary card,
Fabulous.
engagement card, everything.
So there's so much that you will be able, of course, to do with that one. I know another one, right? I'm just going to come across to this, because this firework burst, that's another that sells out
one.
every time, doesn't it?
Every time.
I love this. I can remember when we did our first ever show together, and I was like, oh, this is my favourite stencil I've ever seen. It was,
I just love it. I play with it so often. It is one of those go-to stencils that you can just grab something if you're in a hurry and just stick a sentiment in the middle.
Yes,
and
exactly.
You're done.
Yeah, it's fabulous. $7.50 again. Let's show you how this looks, of course, when you've actually used it as well, because look at that.
And that was with one of our previous dies. I think we just sold out of that one.
Perfect, whether you've got it or not. That, I can remember this card.
I think I made that one.
I think we did, and I was just like, that is perfect to actually see that behind. But suddenly it goes from like that firework burst to like a sun, and it's got the sunshine, the sunburst that we can see. So there's just so much that you can actually do with it. And then with that, a lot more delicate
really
as well.
One
it's still really nice, isn't it, just to have that there subtly. So again, if you want that one, we are looking at £7.50. Over half the stock has gone on that one as well. So well done to you for jumping straight in and getting it. Oh, should we come to the flame stencil next? Because have a look at this. This is a really kind of full stencil.
It is. It can be really in your face, or you'll see from some of the samples. You can just use a section of it.
Yeah.
So you don't have to use the whole thing. You can just use sections. You can use the whole thing and just put a sentiment on there and not have to do anything.
It's already sold out.
Okay.
So there we are. Well done. Well done if you managed to get that one. There you go. I'll show you one quick sample, but yeah, that one has gone on that one. So well done. Let's come to Quirky Floral. Should we come to Quirky Floral next? Because I think we all love florals, but this is florals in a completely different way.
I also think this works really well for Christmas because it looks like a snow blizzard.
Oh, it does, doesn't it? Now
if you're driving into snow,
when
it comes at you in the
when you got your
That's
lights
what
on,
that reminds me of.
I know exactly what you mean.
Working out what we were bringing on the show, I thought that's exactly what that
looks
like.
But then I almost feel it could even look, like a little puddle that you've jumped in and all kind of
splashed out of.
Yeah, so it's a fantastic one, and I think it's just very different look to anything else again that you've seen.
And that one's slightly raised. I don't think you'll pick it up on the camera.
Yeah,
but it's been run through a die cut machine, so every single one of our embossing folders. Stencils, can become embossing folders as well.
I think people often forget that as well, because I think that is just always so good that you can actually do two completely different things with them, and to get that high is just fabulous. So yeah, use them as embossing folders as well whilst you've got that. So that is your Quirky Floral stencil. Then let's move across, shall we, to, I said splash, so let's come to splash. Here we go, have a little look at this.
This one again is just a really random image. When you look at it, you think, what on earth am I going to do with that? But I have had so much fun because it's completely gender neutral.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So you can do any card with it. Do it in your blues and your browns and your oranges and your reds, and you can do absolutely anything with this one. There's some fab little, I think.
Yeah, and you can see there
kind of puddles.
Yeah, going with that with the puddles. But then if we come across to say this one, for example, where you've done it in all the different colours. Looks totally different, doesn't it, in that sense? It even could look like animal print, in certain ones, I think. Or like the world, when you're sort of looking down on the world. I think this thing that they're just inspiring. Every single one of them are incredibly inspirational. I know we've just had a message in asking if there's any bundle on the stencils. There isn't. Everything is available individually, £7.50 with them. So do jump in, of course, and get them individually, because if you're waiting for a bundle,
when we bring the stencils back, we don't tend to do them as bundles because they're in different bundles from previous shows, and they're all still on our brand shop.
Oh,
so
perfect.
You can go in and see them
have
on
a
the
little
brand
look
shops
kind of on there
well.
if you want to as well. Lovely. So that's £7.50. One last one, and then we will come across to demo, because I do want to just show you this one as well, which is your icy window that you've got there. That's a really cool one to have come up with.
It is. It's a bit funky, that one.
Yeah.
It's one that, again, you don't have to do anything else to. You can stamp it, emboss it. You can run it through your die cut machine and emboss it, or you can just ink it up and then just pop a sentiment in there.
Yeah, because it's giving you that aperture, isn't it?
If you do it like in your wedding colours and send your thank you cards, you don't have to use the whole thing.
Yes,
you can just use sections of it again if you want to do smaller cards.
Absolutely.
It'd be beautiful.
Yeah, brilliant. Right, £7.50 on that. Did you want to go over and get ready for a demo? I will just let everybody know that we have only 9 chances left on the bundle. So if you want to get the bundle, then that's all that's left. There is 9. Now, Amanda did say to us before the show that we can try and move some from individuals. So we will see whether there's any chance of moving some of the individuals into the bundle. But I know that some of the individuals are quite low as well. So it all depends whether we even can. But if you want to get this at the moment, then do take advantage. We've got 9 final chances to get it. It is, of course, the best way, the best price to get it, and it does mean for just over £26, you can get all of those, absolutely everything that's there, all 6 of those brand new amazing dies. Let's see which one you're going to work with first.
So first of all, we have got our dotted circle stencil taped onto our card base. I've set it up in the machine already. We're just going to run it through the die cut machine. I've done this for speed because obviously we want to get as many demos in as we possibly can. Oh, I don't do electronic machines very well. I always break them, so I don't.
You prefer these?
I always go with these, but the big ones are get heavy.
They are, aren't they? You did that quite easily. I'd be like, oh, I'm just weak.
I've had a lot of practice. So this is literally the card base. It's a heavyweight card. So that's taken that all the way through on the machine.
Okay.
I'm going to leave that on there. We have got, I don't think I'll be able to pick it up on the overhead camera, but because the stencil is slightly small, is quite a bit smaller than the card base, it gives you your border around the edge as well.
Okay.
I don't want to lift this off because I'm going to ink through this before we take it away. So just grab my board. As I say, this is your card base. So when you do this, just be a little bit careful. So this is Versamark ink, and I'm literally going to ink through my stencil.
Okay.
Put it on my board and then
Would you be able to just move your mat to the left a tiny bit? Is that okay? Just in terms of, that's perfect. Thank you so much.
So just try not to get on your card base, which is easier said than done when you're not concentrating, Amanda. Now, Versamark is a sticky ink. If you haven't used it before, it's known as the embossing ink.
Yeah.
But it's a sticky ink. So when you get it on your stencils, do make sure you rinse your stencils off properly.
Okay. Yeah.
If you've got a stamp cleaner is ideal for cleaning this off your stamps.
Super.
Or off your stencils, sorry, should I say. So I'm going to lift that off there, hopefully, she says. And we've got a really subtle look on there. I could have probably done with an extra piece under there. But I have got one I did earlier, so I'll use that one for the event. So embossing powder. So we've got our white opal embossing powder.
Yes.
And we're going to sprinkle that all over the top.
Fabulous.
I'm not going to heat this. You're going to see that I've already got one done.
That's where you see all that glisten, don't you?
But you can see all that sparkle all over there. Give it a good flick to take your excess off. But you can really see that on that design.
Yeah, can't you? That looks
really
amazing.
Sparkles. As I say, I'm not going to heat it because I know we're conscious of time that we've got and we want to get through as many demos as we can.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Got 7 chances left on the bundle now. Well done to Lillian and Deborah, just managing to get theirs.
Right, so I'm going to pop those off to one side and I'm going to move that because you know I'm going to stick something on the top.
Yeah.
So this is what your card will finish up looking like once you've heat embossed it. You've got that real high shine sparkle on there. And I've embossed it as well, so it really makes it pop.
Yeah, it's incredible.
We're now going to go in and do some die cutting. In fact, I was going to say I'll grab my smaller machine, but I've come with all sorts of machines. I think we've got 3 or 4 different machines with me today.
Okay, right. You're like, they're all
try.
You're ready.
We've got the whole family, the whole Sprigs family is with us.
They're all so good though, aren't they, in their own right?
They are.
So.
Right, so we've got our large machine. I have a little tip, and this is one thing that I always say, so that I don't cut through all my other bits and pieces. I always say with my dies, flat to the mat.
Okay, yes.
But you've got to remember that you want your colour to go flat to the mat
of course.
as well.
Okay.
And in fact, I might cheat and run a couple through at the same time.
Yeah, why not? If you have never seen Amanda's dies as well, just spot it just there. They're pink. And that's the other thing I just love about yours, because they never get muddled up with anybody else's or anything like this.
You know
exactly what you've got. The hexagon die as well, individually, just to let people know, is flying. So if you do want that, we are on very, very limited amounts available with it.
I can't do my white bits yet because I haven't given you the secret for the berries, so we'll have to do that in a moment. So as you can see, I've put it all in there together, and fingers crossed it's all going to cut out together.
Yes. We hope. And if not, we run it through again.
We do. That is one thing I will say. If we don't get to the big die before the big background die, it's a huge die, it does take a few times through your machine to get. The hexagon will work fine. Your background snowflake one You may need to run it through a couple of times on your machine.
Okay.
Take it out and spin it round and then run it again. Every single machine is different.
Right. Okay,
and every single machine will cut it differently. Even the same brands will cut it differently.
Of course.
So we've got all of those cut out. I have already got them cut out, but I want to just show to you how well look, I knew I shouldn't have ripped that bit of paper because I did that. But how literally that's run straight through once and it's done.
Yes.
I have already got these all cut out, so I'm not going to mess around with those. We want to get to our finished card.
Fab.
Right, I mentioned I didn't do my white berries yet.
Okay.
Because if you look here, we've got some sparkly paper.
Yes.
Okay, let me pick it up. That is done with the white embossing powder, the white, sorry, the white opal. Again, I'm just going to take a piece of white card, so you don't have to have all this sparkly cardstock. I'm going to grab myself a piece of kitchen paper because this is just an off-cut of card. That's why I never throw anything away. Save myself every bit I can. So we just white cardstock, ink that up with the Versamark ink again.
Super.
Put our white opal over the top. Give it a good flick to get your excess off, and as much back in that pot as you possibly can.
Yeah, you never want to waste any of it if you can help it, do you?
And I've just realised that my heat gun isn't plugged in. That wasn't very clever of me. If you've had, you'd know why if you understood the week I've had. It's been one of those weeks.
Yeah.
And even forgetting to plug my heat gun in didn't help.
You're doing super. We literally said, didn't we, today? So when I saw Amanda pull into the car park, we were like, the positive is it's been a full-on week for you, but you've got a parking space, and we don't ever get parking space in our car park if you come in later.
It's really difficult to park, isn't it? Yeah, we've got a win. So you're not really going to see this happen, but what I want to do is just show you that your white cardstock doesn't have to be white. So every embossing powder that you own can change the colour of your cardstock. You have now got glittery cardstock in every embossing powder that you've got with glitter in it. Okay. You have also got glittery cardstock if you ink it first and then put the crystal clear over the top.
Right, okay, super.
So you can use, or your sparkling crystal over the top. It will give you every colour of ink that you own in a sparkly glittery paper.
It's just so good, isn't it?
So think outside the box, use them for other things, don't be scared to
Definitely.
use them for what. And you don't just have to use them for what it says on the tin.
No, because to be able to transform them.
So this is what I mean. Look, I've told you I've gone from the sublime to the ridiculous.
Yeah. The little cute one.
And this little cute one, I don't think you can get it anymore. But I am still using the first original die cutting plates. Can you tell that I got
They've
when
done well though, haven't
they have done brilliantly. That this little machine is my go-to lifesaver when I've got little dies.
How many years have you had it for?
Upwards of way before lockdown.
Oh, really?
Way before
And
lockdown.
it's still the same cutting plate.
And it's still the same cutting
It's
plate.
phenomenal.
So now all of my little berries for my... I didn't anti-static that first, did I? That's always my... I forgot to do that, so
That's
they're
all right.
just going to need to be poked out.
Yeah, just pop them out.
Oh, we're just about there. There we go. So now they are all sparkly as well.
Okay.
So we've got our berries.
Yeah, lovely.
We've got our card base.
Okay.
We've made our own of everything.
Yes, ready to put it together.
And now we're going to pop this all together really quickly. So I've cut my bow out twice.
Yeah.
I'm just going to give myself, just with a pen, because I don't want anything too tight. I just want a little curl on there.
Okay.
I'm just going to pop a little curl on that. I'm going to grab my glue. Now, this is a trick that my mum saw on, I think, Facebook, YouTube, some social media thing, somewhere, for how to put your glue on your delicate dies.
Okay.
So I'm going to pop a little bit of glue on there. I've just taken the lid off.
So does your mum do lots of crafting as well?
She does. Doesn't do as much as she used to. She's waiting to have her eyes looked at.
Okay.
But yes, she does do. She watches it all the time.
Oh, that's lovely.
So getting the detail, glue onto a detailed die is awful.
Yeah.
This is a pastry brush.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you chop the edges off.
Oh, then that's really good.
And then you just dab all over it.
Oh, that's clever.
And it is a really good hack, but I can't say that it was mine. My
because
mum saw it.
Your mum found it
on a
somewhere.
YouTube. Where would we be without our mums? Do you know what? The
Oh
lady
my
that was
gosh.
on before me, she was talking about how her mum's involved in her business.
But it's so true.
And I thought it's so nice that mums are still so involved in
Yeah.
businesses.
It's lovely.
So that gives me the glue on there, and I've just seen that bit that needs to come out. And then we'll position this
Okay. On there.
on here. She says, it's trying to stick it onto some embossing powder that it doesn't want to stick on. We will then pop our bow on here as well. So I've got two. I want one flat.
Okay.
A bit further down on that. There we go.
Lovely.
Hold that on there again. It takes a couple of seconds for that glue to
just
grip
hold it
because
down.
of the embossing powder that's on there. And then I just want a little bit of glue in the middle here. Now I'm putting my bows on first before I put the berries on, because I don't want the bow to necessarily hide all the berries that are on there. I knew that hadn't come off properly and I thought we could get away with it. But I don't think I'm going to.
Oh, I'm going to get that.
Now I've got glue everywhere. So, got that back on there.
So just to let you know, individually, the nesting hexagon dies have now completely sold out, so you're not able to get them individually. So if you do want them, the only way to now get them is within the bundle. So it's just to give you a quick heads up of that. You can still get them, but it would need to be within the bundle because individually they have completely sold out.
And now my glue is just going to play me up something chronic, so we'll just do it. We'll cheat.
Yeah. Well, it's been so warm, then it's rained. Now it's warm in here. The glue's like, what's
And
going
it was
on?
freezing cold in the green room,
You
so
said
it's a
that.
bit of everything.
Yeah.
Got more glue up my nail, I think I did, than I'd got on there. There we go. And then we're going to take our berries. I mean, you could batch cut this one and sit down and make all your Christmas cards and they would just be fab.
It'd be so easy, wouldn't it, to be able to do that? And they're just all going to look so gorgeous.
And you just position your berries wherever you fancy them being. And it's one of those cards that I just think, as you say, white space, don't be scared.
I adore it.
I do so many cards that have just got white on them.
Yeah. It's fab.
I should have had this bit done ahead of time.
No, not at all.
Normally I would, but I don't know why I didn't actually on this one. But there we go.
I think it's just lovely to see it coming together because, again, we were talking about that dimension and about all those different sort of cut lines, everything like that that's in them, and it's just gorgeous.
They're all there done for you. All the detail is there. So if you're not great at colouring it in and getting the shading right and etc., it's done for you already.
Exactly.
So we are just about there. And then we've just got our sentiment to go on, and you've made your
Brilliant.
card. And I've literally done this one from start to finish, haven't I?
Yeah, exactly.
You haven't seen the only bit I did do one little bit of embossing.
Been done.
Everything has been done from start to finish, so it is a great batch Christmas card to make.
Exactly, it's fantastic.
Go on there.
So nice, and then there's that sentiment that you get as well.
That's fab. And again, this is great for your little words like this.
Yeah, it's amazing. There it is. Merry Christmas. I just think as well, the first time you've ever done Christmas dies, what a success.
They've been, it sounds like it.
Yeah, I bet you're very, very chuffed with how they all turned out. Because it must always be like you do the designs and then they come and you must think, please be how I wanted them.
No, it's hard because obviously nobody can make dies in the UK. Nobody in the UK makes them, so they have to be done overseas.
Okay.
And it's really difficult to sometimes to get that translation in how you want it done. But there we go. That's our
fabulous.
card done.
Absolutely gorgeous. Amazing. Now, let me give you a bit of some stock updates, okay? So let's bring in the basics of the embossing powders. We do now only have the final 3 chances available if you want the set. So we've got them all there at £19.96. There are individuals available, so we'll run those through because if you do miss out on the full bundle, then there will be the chance for you to be able to get the individuals. But which individual is incredibly limited as well, did we say? Yeah, crystal clear. So loads of people have already gone for the crystal clear one. So I think there's only a couple of them left individually as well. So do make sure that you're jumping onto the web as soon as you can for that. Let's see as well if we've got any of the Dotty Stirkle stencils left, because obviously you just saw that being used in the demo there. It's always an absolute firm favourite. As Amanda said, she brings it on. She can never keep enough stock of this. £7.50. Right, there's 2 left. So that's where we are with that. So you've got 2 final chances if you would like to get that one with this one as well. Absolutely brilliant, of course, if you do, but there is only the 2 final chances there. Now, shall we go through what individuals we have left, and then we'll come back to what we've got left on the bundle, because this is the one we were just using here. So this is the mistletoe that we've got here. This is the Mistletoe Dies. Now, the bundle had gone, but we have managed to kind of move a little bit of stock around. So there is a little bit of availability now in the bundle, and then anything that we've got left in the individuals we'll bring back in for you as well. So this is the first one that we can see there. It's your Mistletoe Dies that we just saw being used. Absolutely gorgeous with how much you are getting. There's also the chance to get that Snowflake Background Die, and I think it's just when you see that there on the board, the size of it, the amazing design of it as well, the fact that, of course, you can snip into this if you wanted to. So it's part of the bundle, but if you want it individually, then you can absolutely have the opportunity to get that. So we'll bring that up. It is a really, really good price, of course, to be able to get it as well. Just £18.99 if you want to come in and get that one that we've got just there. We then have the Snowflake panel and the border dies, which of course you could work together, you could work separately if you wanted to as well. So you can see that comes there as a duo, which is absolutely lovely to be able to see this. That one is £17.99 if you just want to get that one. We've then got the Christmas floral decorations that you can see here, lovely with the layers that we've got there. Again, look at all of the details in the pine cones and the bows and the fact that we've got the holly, the leaves that are coming out of this as well. And of course they are all them lovely pink dies that we can see with this as well, so £17.99 on that one. If you want to get the holly sprigs, then we've got these ones. You've got both sides of them, so perfect if you're wanting to sort of do mirror effects. If you want to create full beautiful wreaths as well, then you've got that chance there at £17.99. Of course there is also this one, which is the Mistletoe Die, which again, if you want to get that one individually, then there is still an opportunity to get that at £17.99. Every single one of them is limited though. And then the other one that of course comes within the bundle, which you can't now get on its own, is that fantastic nesting Hexagons die. So the only way to get this one is of course within the bundle, and that's where you're getting everything at the best price. And of course it's not even like you have to pay everything in one go. You can actually get this at just over £26 if you want to go for it on the split pay opportunities. Should we squeeze in another demo?
Definitely.
Yes, lovely, lovely.
We'll try and get 2 in if you
Yeah.
This one's easy. Right, so we have got our holly sprigs. Again, flat to the mat. Say that in your head all the time, and you're very rare. It will be very rare that you'll cut into things that you're layering up.
Perfect.
Again, it's perfect little machine.
Yeah, and it's nice that quite a few of the guys actually go through your smaller machines.
Definitely. So run that through, pop it out this other side, and there you have a perfectly cut out. Again, forgot to anti-static the inside of my die, but it came straight out for me.
Yeah, didn't it? So is that what you'd always say, to use that anti-static?
I do, and in different things, I use them in different ways. So with this one, I would probably have just gone in with my anti-static sheet. Okay. But don't forget, you've got anti-static pad.
Exactly.
And you can run that over the top. And you've already anti-staticked it already, so it'll pop it straight out. I wouldn't recommend so much doing it with your anti-static pad if you're using mirror cardstock.
Okay.
Because some of the little grains can sometimes mark your mirror cardstock. But that's just me personal.
Yes, yeah, it's a nice little...
So I'm doing a really quick, simple card here. So we've cut out our sprig. We're going to then take some Versamark ink, and this sentiment is have a holly jolly Christmas, which you have to have for Christmas cards, don't you?
There's the anti-static pad just on your screen as well there. So it is only £3.99 if you did want to get that. It's another one that I feel like always sells out, doesn't it?
It does.
Has the lovely heart designs on.
So we're going to just stamp that out. Again, it's one of those ones that you can't lose. It's
no,
the white
exactly.
ones that are around, you lose on the on everybody's tables.
Yeah.
So embossing powder on there. Grab my card. I'm going to make sure I've got one that hasn't got too much glitter on it. I have all these scraps of cards that I use for my embossing powders. And we're using the gold this time.
Okay, lovely.
My gold pot's been very well used, so just pop a little bit of gold on there. Give that a tap.
Fab.
Pop the excess in.
So this is from the precious metals?
It is, yes. And again, we're just going to heat that from underneath. I heat from underneath because it will give you a smoother finish. But this is completely your choice. If you're not happy to do that, then you are more than welcome to heat on top. Just because I do it from underneath, that's just my personal preference. Now, with embossing powders, when you heat them, you put some stress on your papers. It causes the fibres to react.
Okay.
So it will make your card curl a little bit.
Right.
If you've got time to leave that to sit for a little while, it will flatten itself out. So here's one I did previously. Did it exactly the same way. And I popped just a couple of little gems in the berries there and on the top of the dot, just to add a little bit of colour.
Okay.
So we're doing a 6x6 card, so it will fit through the mail really easily.
Okay. If you do want to get the glue as well that you can see Amanda using, we have got that for £9.99 today. So that's another really, really good opportunity. It's a great glue that you always see in B&U's sticky glue. And you can see it's a big pot as well for that brilliant price of £9.99.
So we'll just pop that on there quickly.
Okay.
Stick that down. And then I've taken my holly, and again, I've just popped loads of berries, gems on there.
Yeah.
Really, really easily. It's at this point you can use your glue just as it is. You don't need to use that little hack I've given you. You're just going to put some tawby bits all over there.
Bless me.
Bless you. You're allergic to the rain, see? You can go away again. Yep. We've had a lot of rain all of a sudden. So we're going to just lay that down on your card. And then I've taken the bow, which is in the floral Christmas decorations.
Yeah.
So it's the slightly smaller of the bows.
Yeah.
Just going to pop that on there.
But I think this is where, as well, you can see that all of these sets can cross over to each other if you want them to.
100%. And there we have it. How quick and simple
That's
is
amazing.
that card?
It's absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? It's lovely. I'm not sure, again, whether we've got any stock left of the Christmas quotes. I know it was a very, very popular stamp set. No, it's gone. It's sold out. Well done if you did manage to come in and get it, but it's gone. Now, if you want that full bundle, we are very, very limited. We managed to add a bit more in by kind of moving some of the stock from the singles, but we don't have many left at all. Just to let you know, the Mistletoe die set that we've got just there as well, which we've seen being used so gorgeously, that only has 3 final chances if you want that one individually for you to be able to get it. It is a really big size. It's a gorgeous look, of course, that you can see there, but there is only the 3 chances. That's XPHN07 if you want to get it. Now, very, very limited on the bundle as well. Let's just give you another look at some of the things that you could do with this. Let's just sort of show you some of the inspiration, because it all just works. With that amazing hexagon die you can only get as part of the bundle, but you can see how well it works with the likes of your mistletoe, for example, all of those different dies as well. There is so much that, of course, you can create with these, but look at the way that you've actually got detail, you've got depth in these dies that we don't usually get to see. And all because, obviously, as Amanda said, she is primarily a stamper, and she thought, well, I don't want to just do dies that are flat. I want to make sure that they actually have more to them, and that is what has been managed to be created with these, which is just so fabulous. Have a look on the websites as well in terms of all of the stencils that are there, because we don't have many of those left either. The dotty circles has sold out already, so well done if you've managed to get that one, of course. But if you've got that, then that's brilliant. But we are very, very limited on them. Just to quickly give you a reminder of this one, the firework burst. This one has almost gone. We are into single figures with this one. So if you do want to jump in and get that, these are all £7.50, but we are very, very limited on availability of that one. We're also limited on the shooting stars. Let me just see. Where was that one? This one, there we go. This one's very, very limited. I think we've got the final 6 chances of that one for you to be able to get. So if you did want to create that, £7.50, but down to those final 6 chances for you to be able to jump in and get that one as well. And then we are limited on the others as well, but a little bit more availability. But if you want the shooting stars or you want the firework, they are about to go any second. So jump in and get them whilst you can.
Right, so I want to quickly cram this one in. So I am not losing the plot. I have got my die on here. We've got some mirror card.
Wow.
We're going to go in at a slight angle.
Okay.
We've got some bubble wrap.
Oh, right.
That places over the top. Again, this was a hack Mum saw on the TV.
Bubble wrap do?
It's a big die and it's got loads and loads of detail in it. So it just gives it that extra little push.
Oh, wow.
Again, this is Mum's social media.
Well done, Mum.
Thanks, Mum.
Yeah.
So you run it through.
Yeah.
And you hear all those little bubbles.
I love the sound of bubble wrap going pop, pop, pop anyway.
And then I'm going to bring it back to myself.
Okay.
Now, bear in mind, ladies and gents, I am live on TV, cutting a massive die out. So give me a break. So we've die cut that.
Yeah.
Now, you will be able to see that there are a couple of places, and there are only a couple that I need to run that back through for.
Okay, yep.
So we are going to make sure that that piece that's moved there is out of my way. We're going to pop this back down.
Lovely.
And I'm just going to run it back through. It's a big die. You're asking a huge amount of it. So don't be put off by the fact it might need to go through a couple of times.
Yes,
This is a manual machine, and it's an old manual machine. I got this when Sprigs first brought these out,
Right.
and I think this is pre-COVID.
Yes.
So and it's done. I mean, I've got the original black and white.
Have you?
Black and pink Sprigs machine. And I had two, and they ran my shop. They did all the die cutting in my shop with those two original big shop machines. So I'm a Sprigs girl all the way.
Yeah.
You'll see. Right, so that will now. Oh, let's get rid of all of this paraphernalia. I'm just dumping everything everywhere now. Can you see? And
look at that.
have a little bit of patience wiggling it out. You've got all of that detail in there. And you want that detail to stay. There are some really fine pieces in here.
It's very intricate, isn't it? I love it in that mirror card, though.
I don't think you can beat a snowflake and a bit of silver mirror card.
No, it's outstanding, isn't it?
How are we doing for time? Have I got time to put this together? I know I
You've
can't
got
cut.
3 minutes?
Oh,
Is that all right? Yeah.
3 demos I've got in. Look.
There you go. We've done well. And we spoke till half.
If you could see the mess that was around us.
That's all right. We can always tidy up. That's never a bother.
Right, so our hexagon dies, did you say it sold out?
Individually they have, but we've got a limited amount of stock left of the bundle.
So I have cut the hexagon die.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Need that bit. Out of my card base. So this is a really heavy weight. I want to say it's about 400 GSM.
Oh, okay.
It's a really heavy weight. If you know Anna Marie Designs cardstock, that's their card bases, so you know it's really thick.
Okay.
Because you're putting it through a die cut machine, and everybody's die cut machines look like this.
Yeah.
So they've all been cut into, they're all scratched and horrible. Because it's my card base and I'm not putting anything on there,
Yes.
I always pop a piece of kitchen paper or a piece of photocopy paper between that and my die before I put this on, and it allows it to cut it through without marking from your die cut machine.
Perfect.
So you've all had a bit of a sneak peek on what we're going to be doing here now. So we're going to take our die. We'll take the one that I've popped all the little bits out of already. I've got 2 pieces of acetate. One's going on the front, and if I can find the other one is going in the back. We're just going to stick these 2 together. This is a 7x7 card, if anybody wants to know what size it is.
Yeah, lovely.
Now, I'm only going to stick glue on here around the frame.
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause you don't need it anywhere else, do you?
Nope, you don't. I'm going to stick that one together. And the only reason I'm putting 2 pieces of acetate on here is because I don't want the snowflakes to get caught on anything else, and because they are so detailed,
Okay.
they could easily get caught as somebody took it in and out of the envelope or something like that. So if you protect your work before you start, you're done.
Yeah, it's much better, isn't it?
So we're just about, went off the line there. Didn't see me do that, did
No.
you? Trying to do it in a hurry. Acetate, trying to find acetate's never easy either. Try and handle it as little as possible.
Yeah.
And then we're going to stick this inside our card here.
So good.
Again, just glue around the edge.
Perfect. So effective, isn't it?
And I've just done exactly what I didn't want to do, but hey ho.
Can wipe it.
I'll stick that down. My acetate is slightly smaller than my card base because you want to be able to push those pieces together.
Don't you? Do you go back as well and have a look on the website if you want that sort of snowflake die on its own, or of course you can get both in the hexagon and the snowflake as part of that big.
And then I cut 2 other pieces out, and these are just parts of that snowflake. So these are just this snowflake here and this one here. So I just snipped into it.
Brilliant.
And I've made myself a couple of little extra pieces to put on the sides.
Lovely. Just under a minute.
And there we're done.
There you go. You did it. Perfect timing in the last 3 minutes of the show.
And I would stick a sentiment in there.
You can see that through. It's
Or you can
gorgeous.
put it on
So
the
you
top
open
if
it
you
up.
would rather.
Absolutely perfect. Well, thank you so much. It's been superb. Everything is very limited now, so do keep on checking out. If you want the bundle, we have the finals. We'd added more. We've now got only 8 final chances of what we'd already added kind of from the individuals as well. Some of the individuals have gone, some have got 1s and 2s left now as well, so have a look at the stencils as well. I'll be back in a moment though, because we have got Hunky Dory coming up for you with Beck's brand new concept card.